Here we go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Zagard-tastic stream. It is I, your friend, the one, the only Z, a single Zagard, and I hope you're having a wonderful morning, noon, night, evening, whatever time it is for you today. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den, my friends, and it is another wonderful, beautiful Fantasy Fridays. How y'all doing? How's everybody's week been? The weekend is coming up. In just a few hours, it shall be the weekend. Or if you're like some people, after work or school is done, Friday night counts as part of the weekend. Totally understandable. However, so because it's the weekend, I'm allowed to stay up late, which is why I'm streaming so late. Well, that's one of the reasons. The other reason is because I woke up, got out of bed, had just washed my face, and one of my best friends calls me and goes, "Hey, do you want to see the Thunderbolts tonight?" And I was like, maybe. And originally we were going to see it around like noonish, so that way I could still stream my normal time. However, Claire wouldn't have been able to see it, and I wanted her to be able to see it. So we were like, could we do it a little later? And then I called up the mythology guy. And so him and I, two of our friends, and Claire all went to go see it at 4:55. And so there was no way I was going to be able to stream long enough to be able to, watch it and then stream for obvious reasons. And so I'm just going to double check this real quick. So that's why the stream is so late today, because I got back from seeing the Thunderbolts. And, it's so fresh in my mind that I want to talk about it. So I'm actually going to go into YouTuber mode, not streamer mode, real quick. YouTuber mode. I gotta say, the Thunderbolts, really solid film, like so much fun. This might be the turning point for Marvel films, because Marvel has, in my opinion, not been desirable or, well paced for a while now. And we're going to be straight into spoiler territory. Normally, I wouldn't say that, but this movie just came out. So, you guys know I'm spoiling the whole film. So if you don't want to get it spoiled, you can mute me if you're on the stream, or you can go watch it, come back, watch this video. But seriously, it was such a fun movie. It was really good, really solid. The action was good. The CG, it was Marvel CG. It wasn't bad. The acting was pretty good too. The story, solid. And I love what they did with the characters and the solutions and the villains and the heroes. Would you say it's better than Brave New World? I didn't see Brave New World. I was gonna see it, and then I got super busy with a project, and then Andrew saw it without me, and then Claire didn't want to see it, so I didn't see it. I can't go to movies by myself. I just can't. It gives me some sort of anxiety. So if someone doesn't invite me, or I don't convince someone else to go, I'm not gonna see it. And everybody who I knew was going to see it had already seen it, and they were like, I don't want to see it. So I can't say if it was better or worse than Brave New World, but I actually wanted to see it, unlike Brave New World. So that's already a huge plus on its side. Just wanting to go to see it at last minute on a Friday, that's a pretty solid, that's a solid film right there. If you're like, okay, I'll see it in a few hours. Like, no plans beforehand. Literally, we made our plans today. All right. That's usually reserved for like films that, I kind of want to see it, but it's like, I really wanted to see this. I didn't want to see this originally, by the way. When they first announced it, I was like, really? A movie with Ghost, the most forgettable Marvel villain. More forgettable than Malekith. Malekith, we remember Malekith because he was a waste of Chris Eccleston, not Christian Bale, Chris Eccleston, and he's one of the worst Marvel films. Ghost, nobody remembers because she's not really a villain. So I was like, they're making a movie where Ghost is the main character and Taskmaster, the worst comic book character in existence, in my opinion, was the movie version of Taskmaster. And that's because Taskmaster in that film was not a character. It was a comic book character name attached to a body. There was no character for Taskmaster. That's why I say it's the worst one. Andrew said the Deadpool from Wolverine Origins is worse, but I'd say It's slightly better just because for like the first 30 minutes of the film, he's a character. It gets really bad really quickly, but he's a character in the beginning. Taskmaster is nothing throughout the whole film. It's not a character. Anyways, moving on from Taskmaster. So we got Ghost, the most forgettable. Taskmaster, the biggest insult, in my opinion. The worst comic book character of all time. And not comic book character movie adaptation of all time. There we go. Oof. It's a lot of words to say. Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, who we've already had a full TV show. We've had 2.5 movies with him. It's like, okay, I guess. Red Guardian, who Andrew loves the Red Guardian character and the actor who plays him, but I'm like, yeah. He was fun, but he was in a really bad Marvel film. Yelena, who again, she was in that same bad Marvel film and was in the Hawkeye TV show and was like, fine, okay, okay. And then U.S. Agent, who was out of all the characters, he was the one I was most interested in. A person who was made Captain America and then given the super soldier serum and then took it the wrong way, and how the government could use him in the worst ways to ruin his reputation but make themselves look good. That was the character I was most interested in, but I didn't think it would be good in this film. I was wrong. Almost all of those characters are amazing. There is one character in the film. This person does nothing. And I already said spoilers, so I don't care. They murder Taskmaster in the first 30 minutes. And me and Andrew were like, yes, thank you. Get rid of this stupid waste of space. They literally kill her off. And I was like, thank God. I never have to worry about this. This character has been living rent-free in my brain for years. She's gone. Like, just thank heavens. So the way the story happens, it turns out all of them, not Winter Soldier or Red Guardian, because nobody remembers Red Guardian because he never did anything special. And Winter Soldier has already gone through his villain arc and has become a hero. So if you saw Brave New World, which I hadn't, it starts with him. It turns out he's a senator now. And that girl from the Hawkeye TV show, the one who was getting Yelena to attack, what's his face? Hawkeye. Can't believe it. Clint. There we go. And she was also at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where she like got U.S. Agent. She's like, "Don't worry, we're gonna make a team." Oh, she was also in Wakanda Forever. That lady who's been building up they've been building up in the background. I think that's the one thing that Marvel's been building up slowly since the end of Endgame, that has actually paid off. And I'll get to that later. That's like, I'm surprised, out of all things, this character has been the most involved in the Marvel universe. Wow. What a weird side character. This basically is the new Nick Fury. She basically is the new Nick Fury. Not as good, but the new Nick Fury. It's like, okay, that's cool. So anyway, she has been having them work for her for years and doing these like secret missions that are illegal and off the books, obviously, because that's U.S. Agent, Taskmaster, Ghost, and Yelena. Those 4 have been doing it, and she is now being put on trial for human experimentation, and she's going to lose her place as the head of the CIA and all that stuff. And Bucky Barnes is one of the people who is voting against her. And it turns out she has been secretly doing experiments on people to create the next superhero, the next Captain America, but better. As she describes it, all of the Avengers combined in one person. And if you don't know who that is, that's Sentry in the comics. Sentry is the Marvel version of Superman, basically. Has so many freaking powers. Technically has more powers than Superman and is kind of more powerful than Superman, but also isn't. The whole thing. And so, the U.S. government found out that she was doing this human experimentation and she needs to shut it down. So she had all her agents go out and destroy all her research facilities throughout the world, and then sent them to kill each other without realizing they were going to kill each other, saying like, oh, that person's going to steal from me. That person's an assassin. You got to kill that person. You have the right to kill that person. And then once they got in there, they would get locked in and then incinerated. One of the things she didn't realize, though, was in one of the containers in the room they're fighting in has Sentry, and they unlock it. And he just comes out and he's like, and they're like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Bob. I just woke up here. I don't know what's going on. And they're like, sure you don't. And they're, things are a little tense. The person they were just hired by sent them to kill each other and then almost killed them. And that's when they killed Taskmaster. And I was like, thank God. and then they have to figure out a way to get out of the building. They're like deep underground. And one thing I really like that they showed is how powerful the super soldier serum actually is. Like they kind of show it, but it's in a Marvel film. So it's like, oh, he punches real strong, but then Hulk punches even stronger, or Thor punches even stronger, or Iron Man shoots a laser, or Vision can fly. You know, like it's like, oh, he's strong, but is he really that strong? So one of the scenes they show is they're in the elevator shaft and US Agent goes, don't worry, I got this, and just leaps. He basically does a Superman leap and just goes freaking flying. And then he falls back down because it's like miles and miles below ground. But he just flies and he falls down and he's fine. And I love that they show how powerful he actually is. Like he's not just like a muscle man strong. He's superhuman basically. Like just below superhuman is what the super soldier serum does. So I'm glad that they did that. So then they're like, how do we get out of here? And Bob goes, I have an idea. And they do the Emperor's New Groove thing, you know, where they have their backs against each other and they push against the wall, except for it's 4 of them. And then they find a door and they almost fall, and he touches Yelena's hand, and him and her go into like this memory moment where they see this scene where she got another girl killed as part of her training from the Red Room. You know, her and Black Widow had to go through the Red Room to become elite assassins, to not care about anybody, just kill the target sort of thing. And she feels really bad about that. And at the beginning of the film, Yelena's talking about how she doesn't want to be just doing assassin films. She wants to go, she doesn't want to be doing like these dark missions anymore. She's feeling lonely. She feels terrible. She wants to be in the front of the camera. She wants to be a hero. That's what she wants to do. She wants to help people. She wants to do good. She wants to feel good about herself. She hates her life right now. And then she sees Red Guardian, her father basically, who is, again, much like Captain America, has super soldier serum, except for it was made by the Russians, so it's a flawed variation. The best version was obviously the Cap version, but that was partially because Cap was such a good person. It just made his goodness better. And so she sees her dad, and her dad's like, you know, his life kind of sucks, and her life kind of sucks, and they haven't seen each other in a year. And so she what happens? He's doing this limo job where it's a Red Guardian limo company. Join us, what is it? You'll never have a boring limo ride with me, or whatever, something like that. I forget his logo. It's a stupid logo, and he's like, he really wants like the fame and the glory and the money of being a superhero. But he also does care down. You learn throughout the film, like he does care about people, but like his main drive is for the glory and the money. But he likes doing the good thing. He doesn't just want to do bad things for glory in a movie. He wants to do good things for glory and money. And so anyways, they get out, and then, you know, they have to escape because she's found out that Bob was her test subject to make the Sentry character. And so she's got a whole army there to stop them. And they're about to escape, but they're almost stopped. So Bob runs out and he starts shooting up, and they shoot him with all these bullets. And he's just standing there. He's fine. And he goes flying, and he's flying. He's like, oh my God, everything's so great. And then he just falls. He just plummets to the earth and creates a crater. And before that, Yelena was like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I've always had this issue where I would have these really good highs, and then it would be met with these really, really low lows, like really terrible, deep down beneath the earth lows. And then I'd lose consciousness for a while. Like it always happened ever since I was a kid. And so he, sorry, I hear Claire singing, so it's distracting me a little bit. I'm going to go ask her if she can. Claire, do you mind waiting? Yeah, I'm trying to talk about the thing. Just give me like 20 minutes. I feel bad. I love when she sings, but I don't want her to shut. Anyways, so they, what do they do? So Sentry falls down to Earth, and they're trying to escape. And Red Guardian hears that, not Yelena, what's her name? The lady who's running the whole thing, is going to kill them, because it turns out he's driving her in his limo. And So they're in the desert. Ghost, Yelena, and not Winter Soldier, U.S. Agent are walking through the desert. Sentry's fallen, and he's been recaptured by what's her face. I can't remember her name. I remember her face. I just can't remember her name. I'm terrible with names. And she oh, excuse me, a little bit of gas. And while they're running, Red Guardian comes up in the limo and he's like, Yelena, don't go. They're going to kill you. And they've already escaped by now. It's like, oh my God, that's my dad. So they're driving away and they're about to get captured by, what's her? I'm just going to call her Madam Hydra. I know she's not Madam Hydra. I'm just going to call her that so I can keep saying that. Madam Hydra. So she's got a convoy chasing them. Actually, I'll just look up her name. So that way I can actually say her name. It's characters. I can always edit this in post. Where is it? No. Where is it? Valentina. That's it. Her name is Valentina. I think she is a Madam Hydra. Anyways, so Valentina, she has two of her things chasing after, and they're about to get captured because it's a limo. Limos don't drive that fast. They're not meant to. And these are Humvee vehicles. And Bucky shows up to save them. And then he actually captures them. He's like, I'm going to bring you in. You guys are proof about what she's doing. As a senator, I'm going to use you guys as proof so that way she can get taken down. And then they're like, no, you can't. Look, Bob, it turns out he has these powers. It's like, who's Bob? And it's like, because he's a nobody. He was a nobody. He technically still is a nobody. And they're like, what do you mean? It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. And then Bucky in the background has been trying to get, I lost her name again, Valentina's assistant, Mel, to join his side to bring her in because she has the most information. She could actually get her whole career destroyed. And he, and then so she calls him and she's like, look, Bob, he has these weird powers going on. We don't know what's going on. He wasn't supposed to survive. Now he's back, and I think he might cause some real problems. And Valentina, she's gone crazy, and he's like, Bob? And they're like, Bob! Which was pretty funny. He's like, okay, fine. You guys are going to come with me. We're going to go take this guy in. All right, there's 3 super soldiers between us. We got you who can phase through things, and Yelena, you're pretty good. You're like Black Widow. She was pretty good. And, no, yeah, Black Widow. I was going to say Scarlet Witch, but that's not it. And so they get to New York and they're trying to break into the front, and she goes in the speaker and she's like, guys, you freaking idiots, the door was unlocked. Come on up. It's all good now. And they get up and they're like, we're going to arrest you. We're going to take you in for what you're doing. And then he comes down and she's convinced Sentry to join her. And they've like dyed his hair to blonde, put him in like this nice gold shiny outfit. And they're like, come on, Bob, you don't got to listen to her. Like, come on. And it's like, guys, why don't you just step down? I don't want to hurt you. And they're like, okay, well, if you're going to try and arrest us for doing nothing wrong, then we're going to have to stop you. And they try to stop him, and he is way too strong. He like destroys them. Like literally, it's not even a joke for him. Like everything they do doesn't even touch his body. And so they escape, and she's like, go after them. And he's like, why? They're not a threat to me. I'm not going to go after them. In fact, why do I have to listen to you? Why do you get to decide things? I'm the one who's a god. And she goes, well, I think you're throwing the god word around too much. And he goes, no, you're the one who said I'm like all the Avengers combined, and one of them was a god, right? So doesn't that make me at least part god? So I think I should decide things. And she ends up pressing the kill switch on him that they had installed. And then he turns all shadowy and dark, and he starts turning people into shadows. And it causes all these things to fall down. The city's falling apart, and they had all split up at this point. They're like, look, we're not a team. We're not good. We're splitting up. There's nothing we can do. And while Yelena's walking away, Red Guardian goes, look, we need to stick together. We shouldn't split up. It's like, I needed you for a year. And he's like, well, I didn't think you needed me. I thought you wanted me to stay away because I'm not good at anything. I'm not good at being a father. I don't know how to do this, but I do see that you now have a light in you that you did not have. Your light was dimming, and now it's coming back, being with these guys. I think being with people is good for us. We should stick together. It's better than staying apart. She's like, okay, that's a good point. And then everything starts falling apart, and they all work together to save people, just because at heart, they're all good people. They all want to save them. And they end up saving all these people. And everybody's like, wow, great job. Thank you. And then they see the shadows coming, and the shadows are getting larger and larger. And there's a scene where Red Guardian saves this little girl, and while he's holding her hand, she gets turned into a shadow right in front of him. And I will say, the moment that happened, I knew the little girl wasn't dead, because there's no way Marvel will kill a child in a movie. They do that, it becomes an R-rated film like that. So I was like, okay, they're not dead. They're going to like some weird depression dimension. If you can't tell, the darkness is a metaphor for depression, because they talked earlier about how he goes to these high highs and then these really low lows. And he's like, when I'm high, I feel invincible. But when I have the lows, everything is just shadows and darkness. And Yelena starts to realize, like, maybe the shadows won't kill us. And she steps into the shadows, and they're like, what are you doing? No. And then they go in, and she sees her memory again. She's by herself. She sees her memory again. She's like, how do I get out? And it turns out there's like walls, like it only goes as far as her vision. And so she breaks through into walls, ends up in another one of her memories that she feels bad about from the Red Room. And then the others are like, maybe she didn't die. Maybe she knew something. We should go in. And they're like, fine, I guess that's our best bet. And this is where I think the film actually kind of made a mistake. It should have been a scene where, I think it should have been, in this scene, we should have seen other people's shadow rooms, their own depression rooms. Because Andrew and I were talking about this. We know Yelena's character a little bit, and seeing these scenes of hers helps build it better. We know Bucky's character. We don't need to see his. I think it would have been cool if they showed him show up in his, and he's like, one of these scenes, huh? I've already worked past it, and he just moves on, and he instantly just goes past it. Red Guardian, we see one of his sad scenes, and he's like, and they show that he has some inner strength and he pushes past it. But it would have been nice, and we do get to see one of Walker's U.S. agents scenes where him and his wife have this fight about raising their kid, and then we learn later that his wife left him and took their son with him. But it would have been nice to see one of Ghost's rooms, because up to this point, Ghost isn't really much of a character. Like, her character trait is, I want to live. I mean, it's more than Taskmaster, but it's not really anything. It would be nice if we saw like a scene of like, maybe she enjoys peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Maybe she hates peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Literally anything would have been better. I think it would have lifted the movie and the character up a bit more. Because throughout the film, she's interesting enough, but she's not much of anything. Like everyone else, we have stories of them. We know them as characters. We know them as people. We don't really know Ghost as a person, and I would have liked to have gotten to know her, but we don't get that. I'm convinced they had more of those shadow depression rooms throughout the film, but they probably cut them to save budget. But overall, the film is still pretty solid. It's really good. I want to live like Nico Robin. Exactly. Like, and I want to live, but that scene works because we built up her backstory and all the stuff about it. Ghost, like, we know Ghost's backstory and it's sad, but it's like, yeah. I gotta move on. Otherwise, I'm gonna talk about this forever. But clearly these scenes are like, they're always the worst scenes, or at least scenes people feel guilty about and that make them feel sad. So they're meant to represent depression. And so she keeps breaking through each of her memories until she's like, Bob, where are you? And then she finally meets up with him and he's like, hey, how's it going? Look, I found a room. This one's nicer than a lot of the other ones, but it still kind of sucks. And she's like, you said it's nicer. Where does it suck? And they look through the floorboards and they see a memory of his dad beating his mom. And then he tries to stand in front and she's like, sit down. You don't do that. You make it worse. You always make things worse. And it shows like how he has this really depressed side where he wanted to be a hero, but the moment he tried to, everything got worse, just like in the movie. But just like in the movie, it wasn't his fault that things got worse. Things just get worse sometimes. And I think, and it's a really good symbolism of the movie talking about depression, because I can really emphasize with that. And I think a lot of people can. I know Claire could, I know Andrew could, because it's really easy to want to beat yourself up and feel bad. And it's like, everything is always your fault. And you can always make things worse. And she's like, look, we got to not do that, because if we let the darkness control us, there can't be any light. And he's like, I don't know how to fight it. I'm stuck here just like you are. And she's like, well, you said this is one of the nicer rooms, right? And this is where you go to hide? He goes, yeah. Well, maybe we got to find one of the worst rooms. And tackle it from there. And he's like, okay, I guess we'll try. And as soon as they stand up, objects in the room start flying and attacking him. And she's like, who's doing that? And he's like, I think I am. What, can you stop it? And he's like, we'll try. And this sheet, and like they're trying to dodge all these items, and a sheet comes in and starts choking both of them at the same time. And as it's about to choke them, a knife comes up and cuts the sheet in half, and it's Bucky and US Agent Walker and Ghost and Red Guardian is there, and they're stopping all the stuff from hitting them. And Red Guardian, all he does is he grabs a pillow and rips it out. He goes, bad pillow, evil pillow, bad pillow. And they break through all the rooms, and they do a montage kind of thing, like a quick, like this room, this bad scene to this bad scene. And then they get to the scene where it shows when he was being tested on to become Sentry, and it shows and they see a version of him sitting there, the shadow version of him. And there's two shadow figures that he just turned to shadow. He's like, oh, this is where it first happened, where everything started to go real bad. And he's like, and his shadow's like, you think you could ever be anything better than who you are? You'll always be worthless. You'll always be alone. And and they try to go like, no, that's not true. And immediately the shadow like attacks them and sticks them to the wall by like bending beams around them and stuff. And they can't move. And Yelena tries to say something, and it starts choking her, so she can't stop talking. And earlier he said, don't worry, you can't die in here. It just, the pain only gets worse. There's no death, only pain and more pain. So that's why we don't have to worry about her dying while getting choked. But it's like, the point is that she can't speak. She can't help him by reaching out to him with her voice. And she, and so he's like, I'm going to stop you. And he gets the shadow version of himself down. He starts beating it up, and he's beating up the shadow version of himself. And you see the shadow version just keeps smiling, and it's laughing. It's like, ha ha ha, you think you can stop me? I'll be here forever. I'm a part of you. And as he's beating him up and getting angrier and angrier, the shadows actually start crawling up his body more. He's becoming more like the shadow version of himself. And obviously this is a symbol for when you are depressed and unhappy, beating yourself up, getting angry about it doesn't help anything. It just makes things worse. You can't beat yourself up. And so Yelena, she's stuck in the wall with Red Guardian. Red Guardian pushes the thing that's holding them in, and and she slips down and she jumps over and gets to him, and she just holds him, and she's like, "You're not alone. I'm here." And like, you see the shadow start to recede from him, and you see the evil shadow version himself stop smiling as much, like it's starting to fade a bit. And then the beams aren't holding on to the others as much, so they all come in and they all hold him, and they're like, "We're here for you. We're all together." And that pulls him out of the shadows, and then you see the shadows that have been reaching across the city, like what we saw in the trailer. They all start receding back into him, and he's Bob again. He doesn't, even his costume isn't. He's on the golden costume. He doesn't have the dyed blonde hair. He's himself, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going, guys? How's everything?" And they're like, "Do you not remember what happened?" He's like, No, what happened? What are you talking about? I just got here." So clearly, he has a little bit of probably borderline personality, a little bit. Or it's just, it causes major memory lapses with his depression. And everybody's been turned back to normal. And they see Valentina, and she's trying to call and back up. And they go to, she goes behind, they all chase after her, and she goes behind a tarp. And when they get to the other end of the tarp, there's a media there. And she's like, "Hello, everyone. I'd like to introduce you to the new heroes, the new Avengers." And they're all clapping for them. And then Yelena walks up to her and whispers in her ear, "We own you now." Because if she, like, yes, they're the new Avengers. But if at any point they admit to what she had them do and what she did to Sentry, she's screwed. So just to stay out of prison, she's like, fuck. They own her. And it's pretty great. And I forget what the first end credit scene was, but they have an end credit scene. And this is one of the best end credit scenes in a long time. I'm going to say that because it actually, well, I'll tell you what the scene is. So it ends with them in Avengers Tower, and they have their new Avengers uniforms. And they're like, "Oh, Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, he's trying to sue us for the name Avengers. He copyrighted it." I honestly think that was a terrible joke. Someone at Marvel thought that would be a funny joke, but I think it kind of ruined Sam's character a bit. Because I don't think Sam cares about titles. Yes, he wanted to become Captain America. And yes, he holds on to that title now. But in his show, he didn't want to be Captain America. He wanted to be Sam Wilson. He was fine being the Falcon because he doesn't care about the glory or the titles. He only cares about the accomplishments. Like the show ends with him becoming Captain America because he realizes he has to, because if he doesn't, someone else will, and it might not be the right person. And that's a lot of pressure to put on a person. And it also makes them a symbol that people will follow for good or bad. And he trusts himself better than he trusts others, which is fine because he is a good person. And so it's not that he became Captain America because he's like, I deserve to be Captain America. I own the title. It was more, I need to be Captain America. It can't just be someone. It has to be me. I have to be Captain America. He kind of takes that, like, because remember, Sam in the beginning of Falcon and the Winter Soldier gives up the Captain America shield because he doesn't think there needs to be a new Captain America. He realizes there does have to be, and it has to be him. It's the whole great power comes great responsibility thing. I know that's Spider-Man, but the concept applies to everything. And he, I can't believe I didn't wear my Spider-Man jacket to this movie. I'm so stupid. Then again, I don't know where it is. But I really don't like that they ended the scene with him. They're like, oh, he's suing us for the Avengers line. And it's like, Bucky, aren't you friends with him? Why didn't you talk to him? I called him. The call didn't go well. I think that's a bad scene. I think scrub that and have the rest of the scene. It's fine. And the rest of the scene is pretty funny because they're talking about being Avengers, and Red Guardian comes in and he's like, I know how we get around copyright. We are Avengers with a Z, eh? And then they're like, they have like no plans on how to work with him. It's like, this is why we're Avengers with a Z. Oh, Thunderbolts, by the way. The reason they're called the Thunderbolts in this film is hilarious. I love it. It's ridiculous and dumb, but kind of perfect for this film. It's great. Anyway, so so then they hear like, oh, there's something in the atmosphere. It's a UFO, unidentified flying object. And so they like put it on the screen and they're like, why don't we just have Sentry carry us up there? And it's like, and he's like, sorry guys, I can't always turn on. If I do, there's a chance the other guy will come out. So I'm just trying to keep it all on the down low for now. But I did the dishes, and I love how they're like, I like that scene that's a beautiful scene. Like, oh, I didn't do everything, but I did this. Like, that's a good way to treat yourself and for others to treat you. And so then they're looking at the video of what it is, and it's a rocket ship. And the rocket ship turns, and it shows the Fantastic Four logo. And I think this is one of the best end credit scenes because it's building up a movie. It's building up a movie they've already started working on. They've already advertised. We know is coming out. They can't take back that end credit scene. The reason I say that is because there was another end credit scene similar to this. Does anybody remember the end credit scene to Eternals where Kit Harington's character comes out and he's got the Necroblade? The Ebony Knight? Where's that story? That story's not going anywhere. They're not going to do anything with that. So, what the hell, Marvel? Whereas this one, I saw a trailer for the Fantastic Four film before this film. This is a good way to hype up a film because we know the next film is coming. Can't wait for the Fan Four Stick remake. Oh God, no. I think there's only one minor problem with this end credit scene, and is that it potentially spoils the ending for Fantastic Four. Because why? So one thing we know is that the Fantastic Four movie takes place either in another timeline, alternate dimension, or in the past. And we see the rocket ship with the Fantastic Four logo. They haven't been mentioned in the series, so it's almost definitely like 99.99% true that it's in an alternate dimension. Another thing we know about this movie is Galactus is in it, and the Silver Surfer. So this rocket ship tells me that the ending of Fantastic Four is going to be Galactus is going to eat their world, they're going to lose, and they're going to have to get in a rocket ship to come to this universe. And I'm okay with that because honestly, that was one of the possibilities for the ending already. I just want to see how they get there at this point now. Now it's about the journey, not the destination. However, here's my crackpot theory. I don't think it's just going to be the Fantastic Four in there. I think it's going to be Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer. Oh, it might not be the Silver Surfer because the girl Silver Surfer. This is how they're going to explain. It's like alternate dimension Silver Surfer, and then this dimension will have the male Silver Surfer to appease all fans, because that's what they do. So, anyways, I don't think it's going to be the Fantastic Four alone. I think it's going to be the Fantastic Fours in that rocket. Doom, the Robert Downey Jr. Doom. X-Men. That's how they're going to bring it all in. They're going to bring them all. This is going to be like a safety rocket to bring as many people in. That's how they're going to do it. That's how they're going to bring in mutants and the Fantastic Four. That's my crackpot theory. Anyways, that was Thunderbolts. I thought this was really solid. This was a great movie. It was so much fun. Andrew said he gave it a 7. Claire said she gave it an 8. I'm probably going to give it an 8 as well, maybe a 7. Again, I think the only problem is that we didn't get to spend enough time with some of these characters to learn who they are, especially Ghost. We spent a good amount of time with Bob. We spent a good amount of time with Yelena. Her dad was pretty actually good in this film. Honestly, you could have taken out 3 of the characters in the main cast, and it wouldn't have changed the movie too much. Like, you could have taken Winter Soldier out, U.S. Agent, and Ghost. And yeah, it was better to have them there. I liked having them there. But if you took them out, I think you could have achieved almost the same film. If you had made this a Yelena and Sentry film only, it could have still worked just as well, if not better. I think. I'm not saying I want them to take them out. I like seeing Bucky and everything. I really want to see more of U.S. Agent's story. Ghost was fine to see. I liked her better than in Ant-Man 2. That's what I can say about her. And I'm glad they killed Taskmaster. So this film, really great. Had a lot of fun. I think Marvel might be back. I think this might be the turning point where Marvel finally starts making films that lead into other films, and they don't just like, oh, that's not going to happen. Or it's like, it's connected. It's connected. Oh, it's all connected. Like, this film actually feels connected to other stuff and is leading into other stuff I want to see and that we know we are going to see. We know we're going to see a Fantastic Four movie. They've already put out trailers, them pointing it out. Also, I think that the also the fact that they kept bringing in what's her phrase, Valentina. I can't believe Valentina is the most connected character through all these films and leads to an actually good film. This is, me and Andrew both agree, by the way, this is the best Marvel film since Guardians 3. Anyways, that's my review for the Thunderbolts asterisk. I'm excited. It was a lot of fun. I hope if you enjoyed it, you click the like button. If you want to see more of this, subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. And don't forget, don't believe in yourself. Believe in me, who believes in you. Bye-bye, Avengers. All right, now that I didn't let people know that I was spoiling stuff, I should have had... I didn't think I was going to do this until I started, so... Thank you, Jace, for joining just to lurk. All right, let's go to the whatever screen. I just want to make sure it's... Yep. Type Poke Start, Jace. Type Poke Start. Gotta get my Jack hat on. I was thinking about maybe playing some Schedule 1 with Andrew today, but I really want to play some more Expedition 33. You glad to hear Marvel isn't completely off the deep end? Yeah, honestly, I've been worried for a while that Marvel is dead because, like, none of their films have, outside of films that are ending other series, like Guardians 3 and Spider-Man No Way Home, which I have my problems with, but I still think the film is fun overall. Besides those, there haven't been a lot of Marvel films that are like, man, this is really great, you know? I think it helps that they've stopped trying to be woke. I don't think that's true. I think they're gonna keep trying to I'm not going to say woke, but trying to ride the line so to speak, so that way everybody gets into it. I think really what's helping here is that they they actually seem to have a plan now, and they're sticking to it. And they did have a plan with Kang, and then things fell through. But let's be honest, you could have recast Kang. It didn't have to be that actor, unless he put in his contract that no one else can play it. In which case, that's fucking stupid. I can't imagine Marvel, Disney would ever allow that to be the plan, that only one person could play a character. I know they did that with Black Panther, but that was more out of respect for the actor dying. I don't think you need to give a guy who commits the crimes he did the same kind of respect, if you know what I mean. I thought I got a new thing. Guess I didn't. Yes, Squawk. You brought me dinner.
Of course. I love you.
You can turn your music back up again, by the way.
No, I'm fine.
Love you. I'm not going to comment anything further than the particular subject besides saying I find the use of woke to be comical. I'm going to be honest. Over 75%, 80% of the time, I'll agree. I think there are times when you can use it in that context, but I think it's gotten a lot less true because it's been way overused. Just like with any term that means, little cat guy is falling down, so I want to help get him back up. But yeah, I don't like using that terminology as much. Yes? Oh, did you give me a... Oh, you wanted to share one? I love you. I know. Thank you. Warner Brothers kept what is his name, as the Flash after everything he did. The difference, though, is that Ezra Miller... One, Warner Brothers is not Disney. Disney will almost always just let you go instantly if you can make their reputation look bad. Warner Brothers did that once with another actor, and it blew up in their face. So they didn't want that to happen again, I think. Two, Warner Brothers is... I wouldn't call... Warner Brothers doesn't know what they're doing with their company at all. Disney at least kind of knows what they're doing. Warner Brothers is like, I don't know, Taco Tuesday. And it's like, what? What do you mean? Well, that's our next film is Taco Tuesday. That's not a film. That's a thing. Anyways. And then three, I think the guy who played Kang went to jail. Ezra Miller did not go to jail. So they literally could not use Kang. Even if they wanted to, even if they were like in love with the actor, they couldn't have used him. So I just think it's dumb that they didn't recast, because it made their plan fall apart, and they're like, oh, what do? We can't do anything else. Finish this game today. How you liking? Phenomenal. Favorite game of the year so far. Not even kidding. Best game of the year so far. Like the combat in this is so tight. I don't know where to put this. I have no room on my... I have this giant desk and I have like no room. Heck yeah. My game of the year. I'm going to wait to say game of the year because I hate saying it like before the new November even comes around. Because sometimes there will be a game that comes out like around November that's like, wow, this game is great. But it should be nominated, especially since it's a AA game. I think if it gets nominated, that's going to send waves through the industry. Not big ones, small ripples, more like when you drop a pebble in the water, it creates ripples. I think it'll create ripples. I think what's really creating waves right now is the new game pricing. I do not like it. I see why they're doing it. I expected it eventually. I don't like how soon it is, and I don't like how quickly people are accepting it. Because this means the next GTA is going to be $100 for sure, almost definitely. Like, I was expecting it to be 90, and now I expect it to be at least 100. If it's 90, I will be surprised. If it's 90 or less, I'll be surprised. That's not a good thing. It's just I will be surprised. Maybe I'll change my tune by then. Maybe so many games will be so expensive. Oh, thank God, GTA 6 is only $80. But it is really freaking good. Also, on these books, I couldn't think of another word. I would have said, that's why I say sometimes it's using it is okay, not because it's correct, but because there is no better term that you can quickly just say to be like, they were trying to do certain things. They were clearly trying to do certain things too much. I think they've started to realize that they should just focus on movies, but I also think that it's another problem. Let's not get too into the whole woke debate yet. Maybe in a future stream once once I can survive losing a couple hundred viewers. You know, once I'm one of them big streamers. I was gonna say a certain streamer's name, but then I was like, well, I don't want to sound like I support him, because not that I don't, I don't, but he also doesn't need my support. It doesn't matter who I was thinking of. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Element. When stains are consumed. Ooh. Should I, chat? Maybe I should save up. I don't have that many polished. But we do have a new weapon that we should... I wasn't gonna change it. But it is strong. Let's see. Fire, free aim, slot deal. No. Generate a random stain on free aim shot. That could actually be really good. Oh, hey! I didn't realize it was one of those guys. Okay, that's pretty neat. No, Z, we can't. One of the channel rules is no politics. That would venture into political territory. Oh, you're right. It's not possible, ever. We couldn't ever bend those rules once. It's not like this is my channel and I can do whatever the hell I want. Nope. It's not how this works now. You made the rules. You made your bed. Now you gotta line it. Hey, why is she over here now? Riveting dialogue. Riveting. You know, I said Thunderbolts was great. This dialogue right here, 10 out of 10.
Maybe you should stay.
What?
It's safer in the village.
You missed the chance to meet Eski, eh? No way.
My hair.
I'm okay. We stick together.
God, you're so overprotective. Is this going to be a game about, like, learning to let go? As a friend, as a lover, as a parent? Oh, hello. Oh, right, this guy. You're the one who's supposed to watch over the lost Jethro kids? Isn't it obvious? Yeah, it's me. You have done a very poor job. Such disrespect. Can't you see I'm sad? Oh, okay, sorry. Wait, you're expeditioners. Yes. Perfect. You like killing stuff, exploring the world, and then dying, right? Well, I need your help. You've heard of the lost Jesters, right? The Jesters who disappear after the fracture. The ones the searchers are searching for. Well, when the searchers find one, watch over them until someone from the village comes to pick them up. About 9 of those mischievous imps ran away from me. Well, until you brought one back. Where could they be now? They could be anywhere. I really want to be a searcher, but they'll never let me be one if I lose more Jesters than I find. You see them, tell them to come back here. They'll listen to you. They like humans. For every Jester I find, I'll show you the most precious of treasures. Precious gratitude? What? No, who would trick someone like that? Good, we'll help you then. Think, brave people. Here, take what I already owe you. Neat. Can we talk to the kiddo? Nope. It's your channel and your rules, so you have to set an example. No, please. I want to be able to break the rules. I don't want to have to go to bed now. I want to stay up longer. Any heresy against the great rule gods. Question of the day. What's a game you didn't expect to love, but are obsessed with? My answer is this game. 100%. I saw the trailer for this and was like, this looks a little too artsy. And then I saw someone say that they really liked it. I was like, okay, I'll get into it. I'll try it. I love it. Well, of course you know the answer. I just told you.
Noko's quite obsessed with your arm. Your apprentices would be extremely proud knowing a gestural loves their work.
Yeah, they'd be insanely excited.
Well, they did a great job designing your arm. It was quite a creative assignment you gave them.
Okay, Bucky.
Well, when life gives you lemons.
Losing an arm is quite a lemon.
Yeah, it's not lemonade.
How did he lose an arm anyways?
I still can't believe it. I lost hope after a while, but you all survived.
What was your plan if we hadn't? Be a gestural champion until your gamage?
Well, it was a lot of fun, so yeah, maybe.
We gotta come back and fight that lady, by the way. I want to see. Okay. Oh, did no one else have 3 points? Oh, lol. I'm just checking. Okay, cool. Let's write in this for. Yep. Writes about Jestrels. He knows how happy his apprentices will be to learn they exist. He knows that one day his apprentices will read everything he wrote.
For those
What
who
if
come
they
after.
What if they don't, damn it? Interesting, Yuki. That tells me that you have. You either do a lot of. You follow a lot of gaming news, so you know about a lot of the games that come out. Or you're very hesitant and you like to make sure that a game has the things you're looking for in it before you play it. Neither of which are wrong. They're just markers that I notice that tells me. And recruit the legendary SK at SK's Nest. Is that male? No. It's a new girl whose name I can't remember. Look, I basically just met her, okay? Back off. By the way, do we have 4 people in a combat now, or is it still only 3?
You okay? You've been quiet.
Persona and
Since you left
SMT
the
was my first turn base besides Pokemon.
Sorry, just
SMT?
bad memories.
Wanna talk about it?
No.
No.
I'm glad you're here.
I would never abandon a member of Aquafarm 3.
Aqua Farm 3.
Aquafarm 3.
It was so long ago. You and Sophie were inseparable on that project.
Yeah, we were.
That was a good project. It fed so many neighborhoods at once. Kind of nostalgic thinking back. We really thought we were making a difference.
Hey,
It's where
we
Persona
still
comes from.
make a
Ah.
difference.
Yes.
Never played either of
course.
those games.
Yeah.
Definitely more the second, but that's because I'm careful with what I spend my money on, being a broadcast call. I literally, the only thing I spend my money on really is games and game-related things. And I'm not saying I've always been good at saving money. In fact, I would not say I'm good at saving money now. But I'm good at not spending money because I don't spend it on most frivolous. The most frivolous thing I probably spend my money on games, like I said, and food. Real. It helps now that I have money. I don't have a lot, but I have money. So I'm safe enough to buy games that I want to play. And I can buy games that I'm not super interested in too.
We're gonna meet the Esquier.
The Gestrels and Esquier. The tales are true.
Is Esquier going to be the old man that we saw?
Feels so
Yeah, I think she's the paintress. I'm pretty sure she's the paintress. That was in the trailer.
white hair. Who are you?
How are we supposed to know that's white hair, by the way? It's in black and white. I guess she does tell us. I feel like I've heard this song before. Like at a stage play or something.
Alicia,
Oh, there she is.
you to stay home. It's not good for you to see this.
Oh, are they versions of themselves from other dimensions?
I understand.
Or under other timelines?
It's her fault, and she doesn't even know it. But you can't be here.
What are you talking about? What's my fault? What is this?
You should never have come. You're only going to make things worse for everyone. Now take your friends and go home. Let them spend their final year in peace. This is your only warning.
Did she just kill someone?
I can't wait to see.
Where?
Hey,
Hey.
Same. I saw it. The white-haired man and this woman.
Where?
did
What are
you
you talking
see?
about?
Mael, breathe. Slow down. What did you see? Think carefully. Every detail could be important.
Yeah, she's the paintress for sure.
He said we need to go home and that it's my fault. And that I'm gonna make things worse for everyone.
Is this another story about depression?
I couldn't. It was like a waking nightmare.
It's okay.
What else? You said there was a woman.
Lune, maybe later.
She had a mask and
I know this is hard, but I need you to focus, okay? While the details are fresh.
Luna, ask her tomorrow.
I'm kind of on Lune's side, to be honest.
Listen to me.
It's better to get the information out and then make sure she's safe.
It's over.
I guess there's also a sub. Oh, thank you, Yuki. That's sweet of you. Yeah, food and games are. It's obvious. I mean, why? Of course, those are two things anybody can enjoy. People who don't enjoy games, and I don't mean video games. I mean games in general. People who don't enjoy any games are weird, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Feeling better?
yeah.
We can debrief along the way. Let's head east to Esquier's nest.
Like I'm fine with people saying like, oh, I don't really like video games. That's fine. I get it. Video games are. Which way do we? Okay, so this is the right way. All right, and then this is the back entrance they opened for me. Oh, it is the shiny thing. Okay. I think. Like, again, I get if people don't like video games. Video games are kind of a time investment. A lot of them are pretty goofy. They're a little weird. They're out there. There are very few games that are very artsy and story-like that I think can resonate with all people. The thing you don't like any games at all is, I think, Bazaar. I really do. And maybe I'm wrong. All sorts of games. And technically shiny cardboard TCGs are also games. Yes, that is true. Poker is a game. Like, everything is a game. Okay, now he's gonna let us in.
Golgra said to shout the password as loud as we can.
Well, Gustav, you're the loudest.
Really? Hey.
Come on, don't be shy.
Get out of my way!
Jeez, tu pochino ma parino.
No. It's just it's the password.
Pico femicola, gor granda bare bombino, passwordito. Gomiku rapito sava.
That's very funny. That's hilarious.
Look, I am very sorry. It's just that Golgra told us that's the password, and
Come on, it's a gestural. He'll have forgotten in about a minute.
I'm sorry.
That's actually hilarious. That she never told him the password, and the password is just like, get out of my way. And she's like, you have to say it as loud as possible. That's yeah, 10 out of 10. No jokes. Almost feel bad for Gustav. By the way, I just noticed it's one dude and a bunch of grills.
SKA is said to feed on light.
Are you okay, Maya?
I don't know. Getting a bit of
Look at all these smokestacks
déjà
and
vu
stuff.
again.
The light here, it feels a little, I don't know. Yeah.
Kind of beautiful. I mean, really beautiful. I mean, this whole game is beautiful. God, you can really feel the soul of the developers in every inch of this game. Like, it doesn't feel like a game made just to make a game. It really feels like some developers wanted to tell a story about people and humanity and life and friends and enemies. Like, I almost want to kind of be in this world. Almost. You know, not being able to live for another... Only living for another, what, 4 years? Not fun. Wait, no, for me it would only be 2 years. Never mind. Either way. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss anything. The gamer in me is saying, go this way. Why put an area here if you're not going to give me something to pick up? At least give me some chroma. That's mean. You're mean, game. Ever heard of a game called Eternal Sonata? It was on Xbox 360. It was supposedly based on the last dream Copen had before he died. Gustav Heron protagonist confirmed. Was it good? Also, who the heck is Chopin or Copen? I say risk it. Risk it for the biscuit.
Perfect.
This isn't a new weapon that does extra 10 bajillion damage, so it is not perfect. If weapon no do 10 bajillion damage, weapon no good. You can tell people fell down here during playtest, so they had to add these ways to get for people to get back. At least they don't just have invisible walls. They do have them in the game, but at least it's not like random in every... Okay.
No SKA.
No feet. Oh, you're right. I can't believe I forgot it. Living here does not seem awesome to me.
Hey, bonjour, mon ami.
CL?
What? I don't know. He seems nice.
Oh, it's you. Hello again, my terrible swimmer friend. You finally come to learn to swim?
No. I'm not that fond of water.
Actually, that's sort of why we're here. We need to cross the sea. Golgra said you could help.
Mon ami, a rolling stone gathers no moss.
Pardon me?
In the stories, they say Esquier likes to speak in riddles.
In what way?
I don't get it.
We really need to cross the sea. Would you please help us?
There's a lot of you to carry. I'm strong, but I'm not that strong. I will need Flory,
Who's Flory?
one of my rocks.
Rocks.
See? Flory helps me swim. But Flory was stolen by my arch nemesis. The one whose every step shakes the foundation of the world. The one known as... Francois.
Francois. It's basically just
Yes, Francois.
a game
is
named Francis.
deep in Nevron-infested territory, right?
Oh no. He's right next door. Over there.
Oh,
Francois is my neighbor.
okay. Well, I guess we could take a look.
Fantastic. Good luck, mes amis. Please, bring Flory back to me.
I like Esquier so
Seem
far.
to know me.
Yes.
How? I don't understand.
Men trip not on mountains. They stumble upon stones.
Okay.
Interesting. I do think there's a timeline thing going on here. There's definitely some sort of timeline shenanigans. Can I take the ladder? Also, real quick, where does this ladder lead to? What is the point of this ladder? I'm gonna look around Esquier's. Yep. Oh no, never mind. This is probably gonna open up. I like Esquier. One of my favorite NPCs so far in the game. Question, are these technically NPCs if I don't control their dialogue? I know the answer is no, but like it's an interesting thought experiment. How much do I think rent would be in this place? There wouldn't be rent. You would just have to make sure you don't die.
Questions I have.
That's life.
You okay, Sia?
Yeah. Esquier is surprising.
Well, that will help.
We have all these color of Lumina, and I haven't used any of them. Expedition 66 made it all the way out here. Neat. I think the ladder is decorative. Why? Why have a decorative ladder? What does that do for you? Is this going to be a boss or something? Oh, I forgot to swap to feet. This going to be a boss?
Nothing here.
Oh, is that his rock? Is that Flourier?
Who dares enter my lair? You can't just walk into someone's home without knocking. That is incredibly rude.
Is that... Are you Francois? He's just a talking rock.
Wait, I thought Flory was the rock.
A rock? I am not a rock. Do you have rocks for eyes? You certainly have rocks for brains. I am clearly a turtle. Esquier! Stop sending hooligans over here!
Stop being a meanie. They're nice humans.
Then keep them on your side of the caves! Now get off my lawn!
It's okay. We'll leave. We're just here for Florrie.
So, not only are you intruding, you're here to steal? Oh my word! Humans! Well, over my dead body! Rah!
They're like, what do we do? I guess we fight him? I think it brightens the place. Okay.
Let's spill some ink.
Okay, so I can only have 3. What are my setups again? I need to turn this down a bit. Excuse me.
Let me help.
Please survive.
Oh, I dodged. Thank heavens.
Get ready.
Strongest ice attack ever. Oh, that one shot. Okay. That was not good.
Strike.
I won't waste this.
Okay, I was a little early, but if I just tap it, it's fine. Spam it, it's fine.
Please survive.
Phew.
From fire.
For those who come after.
And blast him. Oh, that was bad. Oh, that's fine.
A storm is coming.
Easy peasy, lemon squeeze me. Francois seems nice.
Okay, let's put an end to this foolishness. I need to sleep like a turtle.
I got some new pictos.
All this trouble for a tiny rock.
Take it and never come back.
Francois, you got smashed.
Smash?
But know that I will never stop chasing you.
But you can't move.
Scram!
Okay. See, is there anything else in here? Ah, the feet. How do I change who's in my lineup, by the way? Is there a way? Oh, I gotta add, remove someone from party. Let's have let's girl power. We're gonna, girls get it done. That's how we're gonna do it for now. It's girls get it done time. I find it so interesting that X or square is the interact button and not X.
Francois and Esquier are very different from Gestrels and Nevrons.
How is Gary the Lizard Wizard doing still in the underworld?
Them too.
If not, who else?
Maybe they came from another world.
This will be useful.
Gary the Lizard Wizard is chillin'. He's being chillin'. The heck? Yuki, can you help Alpha? Why is he... Mime. We must fight. By the way, what do you guys think of my YouTube thumbnail? Okay, what are my skills again? Okay, that adds foretell. Medium dark damage, 1 hit applies 5 foretell. Target all burning enemies. Okay, that uses up way too much. So let's just go with a focus foretell.
Here we go. I saw your future. Take your shot.
That was bad.
Chroma is flowing.
Your fate is sealed.
On guard!
Oh, I forgot it's 4. Damn it. Let's res her.
I'm ready.
I was not paying attention to what I need to do. Holy heck.
No margin for error.
Doing in. Let's speed things up.
Brace yourselves.
Okay. I'm not completely... We gotta add fire back to this guy.
Let the ink flow.
Yeah, let's heal up. 20 per foretell consumed. Okay, we're good, we're good.
Here we go.
That adds sun foretell. So let's do another one of these.
Take this.
What do we have? Let's give ourselves some more energy. And then high flurry rush. Ooh, perfect. Broken. Let's give ourselves some. Damn, that did damage.
Dodge.
Damn it.
Let's finish this.
Blades. On me.
Mael.
Okay, we're good, we're good.
No, never.
Apparently I still can't be seen. Guess I'll leave. I don't think. Wait, what do you mean you can't be seen? I see you now.
Chroma's flowing.
Let's just shock him to death. Easy peasy. Honestly, I would just zone out, forgetting that I have to parry. I end up looking stupid. Yeah. Not as bad as when I forgot that the diamond means jump. And I failed to jump for like 3 attacks on that one boss. Or not 3 attacks, for 3 rounds. 3 tries? 3 attempts? Can you help me settle an argument? Do you think Crocodile can beat Doflamingo, or at least at the same level? So here's the thing about Crocodile versus Doflamingo. Is Crocodile was supposed to be on the same power scale as Doflamingo. However, there were 2 things that Oda had not created in the world of One Piece when he created Crocodile and when he added him to the story. One is, Haki didn't exist yet. 2, there were no awakened devil fruits. Now, people have tried to argue, oh, he's definitely awakened because he could turn buildings into sand. But if that were true, Oda would have had the character say, oh, I awakened my devil fruit. And he would have had other awakened devil fruits before that point. And 2, we know Haki wasn't a thing because they don't mention Haki until right before the time skip. And the closest we get is Mantra, which is the arc right after Alabasta. We would have had characters being like, oh, this character can see things. Like, we have the voice of all things, but I think that's a separate thing outside of Haki, because only 3 characters have been shown to use the voice of all things. Gold Roger, Luffy, and Zoro almost kind of. So I don't think that's Haki. It might be an extension of Haki, but I don't think it is Haki itself. So if Crocodile can beat Doflamingo, I'm going to say probably not. Because Doflamingo was so strong, Luffy had to use Gear 4th to beat him. Whereas Luffy beat Crocodile before he even had Gear 2nd. That being said, Crocodile, I think, probably could fight Doflamingo and give him a good fight. But I don't know if he would beat him. And that's part of the problem with power scaling anime, especially when you put characters on the same title level. Like, they're all supposed to, him and Crocodile are supposed to be like these super strong characters. But we saw Crocodile so early on, and we saw him lose so early on, that it makes him seem weaker in comparison. You know? And that doesn't mean Crocodile is weak. But he probably is weaker. He probably would lose to Dofi. Probably. But I can't say for sure. It might be an even matchup. I'm going to say he'll lose. Just because, again, he lost to Luffy when Luffy was a lot weaker. And people could argue like, oh, well, you know, Luffy figured out his weakness. And it's like, yeah, it wasn't really a weakness. I mean, it just let him punch him. It's not like he was punching him any stronger. And again, Luffy had to go into Gear 4th, an ability he had just invented. I mean, not just invented in the series, but like for the reader. At that point, up until that point, Gear 4th didn't exist. And he hadn't even thought of Gear 2nd yet. I think they even said that he thought of Gear 2nd after they met Aokiji, which is a full arc after Crocodile. So I think Crocodile's probably weaker than Dofi. Unfortunately. I don't like that, but I think that is the case. Did we get the thing, by the way? Can I? Oh, I can drop down here. Oh my god, it's one of these things. Holy. That spooked the boop out of me. I see where it's taking me. Patink. Pong. I can't. It wasn't letting me dodge. Oh, did I use the wrong move? I didn't mean to use that. Okay, I need to heal her. Wait, flee in 2 turns. Holy, that's so fast.
Here's your card.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill him fast enough. Darn. How are we supposed to beat these things? What is your argument side? What do you think, Demon Blades? Do you think Dofi could beat Crocky? Meat. Did I ever get the rock, by the way? I guess we did.
You got Flory. That's not Flory.
What do you mean, that's not Flory?
Ha! I never had Flory. Your rock is still on the Stone Wave Cliffs.
He got me good.
Wait, does this mean you won't help us?
If you promise to get me Flory, then we can be buddies.
Can't you swim without Flory? We saw you flying just now.
Oh, you're much too heavy. I need my rocks.
Your rocks.
Alas, I've lost them all. I can do much more than swim. I can fly into space. I used to fly all the time with my best friend Verso.
We'll help you find your stones.
Oh, how lovely of you.
Wait, Francois said the Stone Wave Cliffs. Where's that?
All the way to the north. Just aim for the big 33. Woo! I'll meet you outside.
The heck is with Eskia? I don't think so. I think you can fight into it. I don't think it would be a standstill. I really don't. Just because, like, again, Dolphy really, like, Luffy almost did not beat Doflamingo. Whereas, yeah, comparatively, he didn't have to have any power-ups. Can he face characters in the new world? Like Big Mom? No, I don't think he could fight Big Mom. I don't think Doflamingo could fight someone like Big Mom either. I think that's part of the point. Is that our characters were able to beat Big Mom and Kaido. I think this is the way I went, right? Unless this is another way. What is another area?
Perfect.
What is over here? Here's a Sarud, more so than Gestrels, which is really saying something. Cross the stone wave cliffs to find Flore SK's pet rock. Then, okay, I know what I'm doing, but I don't know which way I'm supposed to go. Asking help me navigate impenetrable terrain to discover new areas. Oh, that's cool. Mm-hmm. I see. Oh! Okay, so we gotta go north. Which is this way? Yep. Again, I don't think Crocodile's weak. I just think Doflamingo is that much stronger.
Here we go.
Nice.
Okay, we gotta find his other rock. Because rocks just give him confidence. It's kind of cute if that's the case. Oh, another big guy. He's got some allies this time.
this.
Okay.
I fucked that up. No, not Loon. Oh, fuck. That's not good. Lune's my main healer.
Try me.
So die, so be it.
I won't disappoint.
Okay, I'm out of practice with these guys.
Not today. Not today. Take your shot.
Okay, I'm a little out of practice. Okay, let's try again. In my mind, imagine he would be stronger now that he's formed his own faction with Mihawk. That doesn't equal personal strength, though. So, because, think about it. If Luffy, pre-time skip, goes up one-on-one against Kaido, does he win or lose? The answer is lose. Does Luffy, after he asks Jinbei to join his crew, and if, let's say, Jinbei said yes at that point, does he win or lose? The answer is he still loses, because he hasn't thought of Snake Man yet. And he hasn't, what's the word? And he didn't get his awakening. And when you do a one-on-one fight, you have to assume them one-on-one. So he is stronger than the time skip. But I don't think he's stronger than Doflamingo. At least not that we've seen yet. Maybe they're going to show, oh, he's actually gotten a lot stronger, and now he's mastered a bunch of different hockeys. Maybe. But until they do, there's no reason to assume that he has. And he also joined with Mihawk kind of out of necessity. They both just want to, like, make money and relax. They didn't really join together because they're, like, both super strong and they want to rule the world. In fact, the only one out of the three of them who does is Buggy. Buggy is actually driving their team a lot better. Hey, what just happened? I didn't even pay attention. Hi. Okay, that was bad. So, like, I get the idea is like, oh, Luffy got stronger because of his friends. But you also have to remember, he's a unique individual in that regard. Most other characters in One Piece are about individual strength, not companion strength. Like, even Shanks is kind of that way. Like, you look at all the other people who work with Shanks, most of them are notoriously weak. He is the strong one who keeps their group together. Or keeps them from being attacked by other pirates. I just noticed this is... Oh, never mind. I saw Square said Mount, and I thought it was saying Mount Esquier.
Finesse and grace.
Ready.
This one is the one that...
Take this.
Yeah, dodge.
Fuck, I messed that up.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Let the ink flow.
Lune, watch out.
I'm ready.
On me. This and precision.
Oh, I can't believe I passed that.
Take cover.
Harriet.
Let the ink flow.
Flames on me. Lune, watch out.
Okay, we're good. We're good.
Let us stain them.
Blast them! Okay, get my energy back.
I'm ready.
Okay.
And then we go up to 6. Okay, cool.
Lune, watch out.
A 4-hit combo, that's not good. Ho ho ho, that was spooky with a capital spook.
Flames. On me.
Blast them, boys!
I'm ready. Take cover. Careful, Mael.
Guard up. I'm ready.
Careful, Mael.
Damn it.
This will hurt.
Careful, Mael. Ready to evade.
Hmm.
Earth rise.
Oh, I should have healed. I'm stupid.
This and precision.
Ready to evade.
Okay. That was close.
Let's push
We're gonna have to
forward.
use some heals. Healing tint.
That's better. Guard up.
I'm ready.
Huh? I definitely dodged that.
Sorry, I failed.
5-hit combo. Damn it.
Not looking good. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
We might go down here.
Ready to evade. I'm ready.
Yeah, we need to start attacking again.
No margin for error. Ready to evade. I'm ready. Ready to evade. No margin for error. Let the ink flow. Ready to evade.
Do I have one more healing tint?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Let the ink flow.
Oh, I still have one revive tint. I could have used this way earlier. Oh, come on! You gotta be kidding me!
Ready to evade. Ready to evade.
You're so annoying!
Ready to evade. I'm ready.
Oh, there was a Dracloak. Okay, I can beat this thing. Not with Gustav, but... If it was lower, I would send in Gustav, but it's not. Someone commented on one of my streams, by the way. It was pretty funny. They were like, I was watching, and then as soon as I saw you eat in front of the camera, I left immediately. And I was like, really? Of all reasons to leave, because you saw me eating. That's pretty funny, not gonna lie. Dodged.
Ready to evade. It's locked on you.
I'm just gonna let myself die. Let's just do the story. We'll fight this thing later. Anything over here? Nope.
I'm tired. Can we camp first?
I guess we can't. Another nightmare. Guessing this is when her whole family died. Gustav is gonna stab her.
I see why you like throwing rocks.
You've been quiet since you saw those people.
It felt like they knew me. Like, actually knew me. I don't understand what's happening. And I feel like I never understood. Like, I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
That's part of growing up.
Yeah, life never made sense and I never fit, and now out here, when it was just starting to maybe feel good, then this happens and...
Yeah. I hate it too. Things we don't understand. They just make us feel small and powerless. But it helps, you know, to focus on the things I do understand, on the people I care about and who care about me. And, you know, now I feel a little less lost, because at least we're lost together.
Oh, that's nice.
What? What? Stop it. Too cheesy? No. Well, if it makes you feel better, I was even more lost when I was 16.
I heard that was because you were only thinking about girls.
Yep, but guess what? The girls weren't thinking about me at all.
I believe that.
Yeah. You can talk to me. We're family. Well, that's what the paperwork says, at least.
Well, the paperwork probably says we're dead too, so...
Yeah, probably. Ooh, nice one.
I know.
I told you, don't get cocky. It was... okay.
You taught me great. Nah.
How did he lose his arm, by the way? They haven't mentioned it. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter how. I'm just curious.
I haven't seen a human in so long. You're much tinier than I remember.
When was the last time you saw a human?
Oh, my best friend when he asked for my help.
Your best friend is human? I thought Francois was your best friend.
Yes.
Francois is a person.
We finally
Interesting.
found someone who loves rocks more than you.
So it seems.
I think you and Esquier are soulmates.
What an interesting
Esquier
thing to
must
say.
have experienced so much over the centuries.
You're gonna grill Esquier, aren't you?
A creature of legend. Yeah, just a little.
I think you have a new best friend.
Esquier. Yeah. He's sweet. And somehow he knows I'm a terrible swimmer. When he said that, it made me think of, you know...
The paintress?
Yeah, I thought it might.
Uh,
After the beach, when I was alone, I almost...
I know.
Lune told you?
No, but I could fill in the blanks, and I understand better than anyone. You know that. I'm just glad Lune found you before it was too late, just like whoever found me. I like having you in my life.
Same.
Good night, Gustav.
Interesting. Why does he keep getting through? Oh, maybe it didn't save. All right, let's go on. Let me see, what time is it? It's 11. I'm gonna go on a bit of a break.
For those who come after.
All right, we're back, chat. Let's finish. We'll do one more mission. We'll get the next rock and then we'll end here. Because it is a late. It's almost a midnight.
those who can't see, those who know not that they are not, and those who live, blithe and free, sins forgotten, and thus absolved, a fresh dawn in their playground, while we live in shadows, swimming in ink. We are but a fragile dream, a singular weed, resisting, ever resisting, that iron dirt, that eternal law.
She has to be the paintress, right?
Those who know not that they are not. Do you know? We are fellows.
What does any of this mean? What do you mean? What, she doesn't exist? She's not meant to exist? Is that why everything falls apart the way it does? Thanks. Thanks for letting me know. Don't forget to consider your weapons. Yep. A Ferris wheel. Interesting.
Wanna go for a ride? Apparently, that was where people went on dates, you know? What do you think happened in those cabins?
No, actually, my guess is this was Expedition 50. You see, they created this giant wheel, and they tried to cross the world.
Okay, Professor.
That's not true at all.
Florrie's close. I can feel it.
Come on, you can fly. Can't you get Flora yourself?
Oh no. Too much effort.
Gotta fight one of those things. Oh, is he gonna beat it up in one punch?
So, wait. Esquire is that powerful?
Apparently so, but also lazy.
All right, let's go.
What a weird creature.
SK is for sure weird. Weirder than any might imagine him to be. Feet! The power of feet. The 5 toes. They signal us together. And when you bring the 5 toes together, you bring together power. Great power of feet. All hail feet. Well, that was rude.
What have we here?
A crystal thingy. Oh, hello. And you thought you were hidden?
The
Journal
78.
78.
Maxence.
Okay.
Stealing the airships. But we knew we had to try, and it worked. We deserve strong leaders, not those old fools on the council hiding under the dome. Under their control, our people are condemned to a slow, inevitable extinction. Their timid half-steps achieve nothing. The answers are not in Lumiere. They are out here. Our only choice is to take matters into our own hands. Fortune favors the bold. We must forge ahead with conviction.
Interesting. Oh, hello. Where's the last one?
We can use that.
A weapon. Let's fight this rock guy first.
Nice.
This rock Nevron.
Chroma is flowing.
Okay, power up.
Here's your card.
Dodge.
Nice, we got the dodges off. So it's shielding itself.
Let the ink flow.
I gotta get my energy back up. Is there anything that gives me energy?
I saw your future.
Try me.
Oh, that was bad. Bad showing. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Or never.
Mm-hmm.
Watch out.
Did I just burn myself without burning him?
Finesse and grace.
That was bad.
Ready?
A storm is coming.
Okay, we got this. I think we're good. We healed. Okay, the 2-hit combo's easy to dodge. Because it's so telegraphed. Oh, that was... And then I get hit anyways. Like a dumb.
Unusual life.
Ready to evade. Let the ink flow. Here's your card.
I'm so bad.
The storm is coming.
At least we beat it. Could have been worse. Whew. That was rough. Oh, hello there.
Nice.
Another area. And some more items.
An advantage.
I think this might be the main way. Oh well. I can always head back if I really want to. Are these mostly flying enemies? It's gonna be annoying if that's the case. Okay, it does not seem so.
Take this.
So 4 attacks from these guys.
I'll do it.
I'm ready. Finesse and precision.
Let's finish this.
Yeah. Timings are so off.
Please survive. Let's dance. Grenade, watch out. I'm ready.
Okay, we gotta try again. Okay. We gotta try again. These guys are a lot stronger. Maybe we don't go all the way to the boss because it's getting late. Oh, I'm getting tired. This is one of the latest streams I've ever done. I know. Do you just look like I'm trying to parry first?
Interesting. A storm is coming.
Let's spill.
Take this.
Oh, hey, we got rid of the small one.
Grenade, watch out.
Oh, it's a jump. I did not see that.
A storm is coming.
Marielle.
for your future.
Alright, let's blast this lady.
Watch out!
Ready to evade.
Ready.
Your fate is sealed.
Easy peasy, lemon squeeze me. We did it, chat. We're godlike. Another expedition.
Lizette, 56th.
Mm-hmm.
In my youth, I mistook drama for passion.
Lots of youth will do.
Simone helped me understand the difference. Opened my eyes to an entirely different way to experience the world.
Good for you.
How
I don't think I ever took my...
How? How could they so callously, so nonchalantly destroy such a beautiful soul? Vile. Vile, vile! They just killed her, like she was a worthless Nevron. Those cold-blooded, treacherous, despicable parasites. But my trap worked. We caught one of those white-haired bastards. She looks human, but I know she's a monster. She refuses to speak, but I'll make her talk, and then I will feed her to a Nevron. Then the paintress can take me. I don't care. Nothing matters. I will have justice.
Yikers. Well, you didn't have justice, I don't think. Are Nevrons the people who die? Perhaps?
A storm is coming.
From
Here's your card.
Zagard. From fire.
I messed up with, what's her name?
Ready to evade.
Mayal. That was bad.
Watch out!
I won't waste this.
From fire. Real. Let's dance.
Let's shock this one.
Strike.
The dance begins. Finesse and precision.
I mean, this will get dead no matter what. I don't really need to do anything. And now that I've learned their patterns, it's a lot less stressful. But still really good. Okay, so that's a shortcut for later. So I'm definitely going the right way.
Oh, lovely.
I hope this isn't a special one. Okay, no, but it's two of those annoying. Did both dodge? If I can land this hit, we kill.
Careful, my elf.
Mais attention.
Danger.
Today.
Damn it.
I'm ready.
Okay, we gotta get rid of the side guys first. We'll use up all our mana if we have to. Their attacks are too weird. We're just gonna blast.
Let the ink flow.
Okay, the rest of this should be a lot easier now.
Let's push forward. No margin for error.
Your fate is sealed.
Let's get rid of those shields.
It's locked on you. Danger.
I like using mayhem. Just because I can. Not trying to backseat, but why don't you parry? Never mind, I see. I just don't always need to parry. And dodging works just as well, that's why.
Lovely.
Also, I did parry. Come on. I just prefer dodging over parrying because it's easier. So less risk with about the same rewards. Another faceless one.
Oh, lovely.
It's you. I know you. What do you mean you know us? I've seen you countless times. Yet I've never grasped your essence. You are not from here. Our essence? I can feel it, familiar, yet so different. Like everything she created. Like the creatures of darkness at the end of this path. It is but one of her many creations. Beautiful in its own way, but deadly. Her favorite combination. You mean the painters? Why is she doing this? I don't know. I wish I knew. It is not like her. She was my best friend. But she outgrew us. She had more important things, more important friends. She left me behind. Huh. Interesting. Just spoke too soon. Nah, I'm just messing with you. I don't... Okay, we'll fight these guys, save, and then move on.
Take this. Take your shot.
Oh, that's not good.
Let's dance.
Okay, okay.
No,
Not bad, not great. Oh, he was dead. Okay, cool.
Let the ink flow.
Oh, sweet, we dodged. Easy peasy.
What have we here?
Oh, I got a healing tent. I swear I got one before, but I guess I either used it immediately or lost it when we crashed. Which is fine. Okay, let's end here. This is a good place to end. Because I think there's probably a boss or something over that way, and it is midnight here. So I need to get some schlep. So let's just quit game. Thank you all for joining us. Thanks for listening to me talk about the Thunderbolts. It was such a fun movie. I'm so glad I saw it. And thank you all for sticking around. We'll see you all next time. We will see you definitely on Monday. I might stream again on the weekend because I want to play more Expedition. We'll see. I can't guarantee. But until then, stay safe, stay smart, stay healthy, be thankful for everything and everyone in your life. I will have a new haircut the next time you see me because I'm going to get a special barbershop haircut tomorrow. Not a new haircut. Just it'll be shorter. But, you know, most importantly, don't believe in yourself. Believe in me, who believes in you. Bye-bye, chat.